guys, welcome to the next video. This is going to be my Christmas Eve makeup, my Christmas Day makeup and Christmas Eve plans and things like that. I've seen lots of videos like that and I wanted to do one. First of all, I just wanted to show you something that I got on Amazon. This is the alkaline mirror and it has one side which is normal viewing and then this side is 3 times, it zooms in 3 times, which is really nice. But it also, if you can see, has a light, an LED light, which is really good if you're in a place where you don't have enough light or you need some false lighting just to kind of see the face. It's really good. So I'll be looking into that today while I do the makeup. Things I'm actually going to be using today is my very small MAC collection, but I'm building up on it and I keep it in this clear bag here. There's 2 Maxfactor products here, but the rest are MAC. So you've got the little quads here, and I still actually have 1 hole to fill there, which I will do. They're actually really handy. The eyeshadows themselves were only €7, and the really expensive part, well, not expensive, but a little bit more, would be the €21 is what the actual, I'll show you the box it actually comes in. And I'll just show you there. So you've got your eyeshadows there, with the MAC logo obviously, it's kind of glass. And then you just have kind of a black clear, so you can obviously see the shadows. This was actually €21, so I mean it is a lot for such a small compact, but I don't have a lot of them and I probably will build them up over time. I'll just open it there for you. I'll just open that for you. So you can kind of get a better look now. I'll swatch them for you. They are on the back, but obviously they're in the names of them, but I can put it down below, the names of the shadows, after the video. So I'll just swatch these 2 for you. This is kind of a light peach. It's a brown, but kind of a hint of red in it too, so I'm hoping the swatches will come up for you now. They're just beautiful, guys, and I'll just swatch those there. They're absolutely beautiful. And then you have the top one here. It's kind of a medium brown, kind of an orange tinge to it too, but I thought it'd be really different for Christmas. And then obviously I have one free there, so I'll just show you that one. Kind of medium brown. It does come off a little bit goldish actually. And I'll pop that one here. It's a little bit shimmery, so it's not coming through because it's quite a sunny day today. But you can see, and if I just blend those in there, they blend really well, guys. So I'll be using that today. The other thing that I'll be using is a MAC concealer. This was €23, and this is why, guys, I started to build up slowly. And this was €23, and it's a 9ml bottle, so yeah, you have to use it sparingly, but in saying that, a lot does go a long way. And sometimes what you can do if you're having a really good skin day is just use the MAC concealer as an all-over foundation. So that's what I'm going to try and do today, and then we can move on to the eyes. So I'm just going to do the eyes for you first, and then I'll do the rest myself and pause the video for you there, so you're not, because you know kind of how I put my foundation on. So I'm going to use one of these wedges, and I'm going to apply it very sparingly to like that. Okay, so you can see it there. Now you can get, they come in obviously every colour. This one has, it's NW20. Now she actually advised me, because I use NC15, that NW20 is the lighter, one lighter, and then obviously around your eyes it should be brighter anyway. So I'm just going to rip that into the sponge there. I'm going to just look into my mirror here, sorry guys. I'm going to start under eyes. I suffer kind of with the greyness there, so I start here and I kind of pat it outwards. So I'm just going to show you here. Now guys, if you can see in the background that lampshade, it's absolutely beautiful. I got it in Allen's and they're kind of like a gift store, but they're very they kind of do Christmas stuff, they do kind of really into candles, and there was owls there that kind of, they were like a gold tinge like that, but the kind of the eyes kind of came into blue and green and they kind of changed every kind of few minutes. Beautiful things in there. So I'm building up a little collection. That lamp is just gorgeous, kind of gold, and then it has the multicoloured little glass things in there, and then I have a little small lamp in there too, so really nice to brighten up the room. So you can see there I've only put a minimal amount, and if you can see in the comparison the difference it makes, and that's why she said sometimes if you're having a very good skin day you can use it as an all over foundation. So I'm going to finish this and then I'll be back. So that's it all over the face. I only used a small amount and I didn't have to put on foundation, and then I just covered it over with some powder, which is from W7's Powder Puff, which I really, really like, and I'm obviously running a little bit low on now at this page. You can see it's starting to get down to the pan. So yeah, that's what I meant. If you're having a very good skin day, or you just have kind of clearer skin, and even if you don't and you have minimal breakouts and you just don't want to use a full heavy foundation, Pro Longwear from MAC, like you saw, I only used a little pump and I used the rest of that for my whole face, and it really did help. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. The next thing I'm going to do is just, this is Rimmel London's 004 in black brown, because I don't like to go on my brows too dark. So it has a little brush at this side here. I'll just show you. I've been using it for so long now. That's what the brush looks like. And all I do is I just brush them into shape before I put on the pencil. Like that. And then I start off very, very gently at the front. And then I move back. Now, you can see that's just minimal what I've done, and there's just the difference there. So I'll do the other brow and I'll come right back. So we've done both of the brows now, and just keep in mind no brow looks the same, so just try and follow the natural brow line instead of kind of focusing on trying to get it exact on each side. So yes, so now we're going to move on to the MAC eyeshadow, and what I always recommend, and it doesn't have to be MAC, this is just brushes, and I'm using Bella and Bear, and again I'll link that. I got them last year and they were just amazing. Bella and Bear, and they have a blending brush, just a fluffy blending brush. Doesn't have to be MAC, doesn't have to be Bella and Bear, it can be anything. Once it has that fluffy texture to blend each colour, that's perfect. And then obviously I use, this one here is called the Iron Moat, but that's just the name of the Bella and Bear. But all it is a simple eyeshadow brush, really good for placing eyeshadow on before you blend it. So that's what I'm going to be using. And then this is just another Bella and Bear brush. This is the Black-Footed Cat, and you might have seen it in a lot of my videos. And this is kind of when you're trying to make that flick and then you're pulling it inwards. So what I do sometimes is if I'm using a darker colour, I place it on with this one. So I bring it up and then over, and then I'd use the blending, or the fluffy blending brush to just, you know, in that V shape. So that's really good too. So those three brushes alone, you can really, really make really good looks with. So the first colour I'm going to go in is this colour right here, the kind of more orange pale one of the three. Again, I'm going to use this brush here, the Iron Moat from Bella and Bear. Now for Christmas Eve, my plans, I usually record a lot of, because a lot of weeks or 2 weeks running up to Christmas, there's usually a lot of movies on, so I record those for Christmas Eve. So I've got the snowman is every year. Every single year I look at the snowman with my family. It's a tradition. So as you can see, I've just put that on the lower lid, and you can even see the brightness in today's light. And that's just following that, and then what I'm going to do is actually bring that under after the rest of the shadow is on. So I'm just going to do the same with the other eye. Looking in the mirror here. So you can see there, if I look down, it's and if you wanted a couple of applications of that to make it stronger, you could. Because the other two colours that I'll be using are stronger anyway, I think that is enough. So again, I'm going to use the top of the same brush. So this is what the brush again looks like. We're going to use the top and start with this colour now. So I'm just going to look in the mirror and draw a line, just the halfway point. There, and then the other side. So halfway on each side, and then again, the very important blending brush, fluffy brush, and we're just going to blend that out. Okay, so you can see the kind of natural shape that takes form. So I'll do the other eye and I'll come straight back. So that's the two eyeshadows used and blended. So one on the lid, a darker one then to blend in, and then what we're going to do in that V shape I showed you earlier is use that kind of brown orange one right here. And I'm going to use that brush I showed you kind of with the V shape. If you can see, it's slightly slanted. So we're going to use that and go up and over. If I just show you there, and it does look harsh at first, but then blending is amazing, especially with the blending fluffy brush. And the same on the other side. Okay, so you've got it both sides now, but it will, the further you blend anything, the kind of fainter it gets. So if you're not comfortable with a certain strength or look, just keep blending and it will actually fade into the one that you want. So I'm going to start with this one using kind of a windshield wiper look, so movement. And then if I am doing this on somebody else, I always ask them to look up so it doesn't irritate them. Now you can see it's, and I would drag that in but not completely in. So I'll do the other eye and then I'll come right back. So you can kind of see I've finished the mascara and I've used W7, but you can see the difference mascara makes to the completed look. Now if you didn't like any of these colours, you could also use the same process with, say, maybe light browns, maybe creams, gold, something a bit different. I just thought I'd go for kind of the deep reds and kind of mauve colours because they just look kind of Christmassy and a bit different. Because I have actually gone for the golden browns most Christmases and I just thought I'd try something different. So this is the complete look and you can see it actually looks better when the mascara is on and it's all kind of put together a bit more. So that's what the eyes look like. Now all I'm going to do is the next thing I'm going to do is kind of contour my face. This is Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder. So I'm going to use some bronzer, but I'm also going to use my pan sticks from Maxfactor. And I get them in different, this one's in medium, and I'll just show you. I've also got it in porcelain if I ever want to use it as a concealer or just, it's actually very heavy so you can use that as a foundation too. So again, it's a bit darker so you can see that one, but I've also got, and it might be better actually to use this one. Oh, that's, okay, this one is Deep Olive. Let me just have a quick look because it's, sometimes you really have to check them out. So there's Deep Olive and there's Medium, so together side by side. I don't know if you can actually, there's not much of a difference in those. The last one is quite deep and it might be what I go for. This is Cool Bronze, so we will, I think that one is the one we're going to look at doing just for the contour. Now I like the shape of them because you can kind of use the curve as your line guide. So that's what I'm going to do before I do the bronze and everything else. So that's again what it looks like. I might just swatch it for you guys. You can see how dark it comes out on my skin. So yeah, even though it looks quite pale in the pan stick, it does come out darker. So I'm going to just feel for the jawline quickly. Okay, and then we're just going to use that as a guide. And you can see now the depth and darkness. I'm only going to bring it to here. And then the same, just feel for the jawline. And again, it's quite a smooth consistency too. So it's easy to blend. And then all I'm going to do is just top it here and here. So now I'm just going to use this brush, and it's the Mini Duo Fibre Blender, and you can use it for foundation or concealer or anything like that, but particularly when you have a kind of creamy concealer, it's really good in kind of blending really well. And what contouring does is it brings in the face, so if you want to look your face to look a little bit thinner, I would go with a cream contour first because you can see the difference it's making on this side already. It's kind of making it look a little bit more hollow. And if I just do up here, I'll just show you too. You can kind of see then it looks a bit sun-kissed as well, which is nice to have in December, so you look a bit more, you kind of look a bit warmer, a bit more confident. I think I find myself when I have a bit more of a complexion. Okay, so if I show you together, you can see how it just draws everything in. And then I'll just put a little bit at the bottom, and now I'll go in with that bronzer that I showed you. And I'm going to use this kind of, again, it's an angled brush, and this is actually from the makeup artist school I did in QC Makeup Academy brush. So I'm just going to get some of that on here, so that's what it looks like on the brush, and then follow the line exact. And I'm going to blend it in actually with a different brush, because then don't forget you have product on that still, so if you go to blend it in it might get a bit darker. So this is just a clean fluffy brush. You can see there it does make a difference. See, now the look is really coming together, guys, and I know at the start it might have looked a bit kind of a little bit daunting, but I think when the finished look comes together it's really, really nice. And again, do use other colours with the same kind of process if you don't like the colours that you see today, because I know it's a bit different, but I just thought I'd go for like the deep oranges, the reds and the browns, because they just look really, really nice. And it's not often that I go and do that with MAC, but when I was there I really did like them. I saw some of the girls wearing them that actually the makeup artists there, and I just kind of asked, and they do a little test on you for free, so they show you, and then they just leave it up to you if you'd like to buy it or not. So I did. So yes, I've done all that bronzing now. The next thing I'm going to do is just show you the lipstick and the actual blusher that I would use with this too. So the blush I'm actually using is from a palette I got quite a while ago. It's the Starry Eyeshadow palette, limited edition from Barry M, and it just has this really nice pink. Now it is intense, it looks a little intense there, but if I actually swatch it for you, just there, you can see on this one here, it's just very light but quite shiny, a little bit illuminated too, so a little bit like a highlight in kind of a blusher in one, and that's the Barry M shadow and blush eye palette, and it was the limited edition, but I think it's available on Amazon still, and I will link every product I've used, including the brushes that I used below. So what I'm going to do is go in with that, and I'm going to be using again that rounded brush I showed you before, and I just smile to bring the cheeks forward, tap that excess off because it's quite a bright colour, and then I smile and just pat it on upwards as well. If you can see the difference there, it's just light, but it doesn't take away from the contour. There you go, face and show you there, and the other side. So yeah, that's the blush as such. And now just to show you, because the concealer did such a good job with highlighting under the eye, I wouldn't actually go in with a highlighter this time, and I usually would, because I think it has done a really good job, and because the blush and the contour have a slight shimmer in them, I think if I did kind of highlight under here it might look a bit too much. So I'll go on to the lipstick. Again, it's a MAC lipstick, and this lipstick I've actually had for a while. This is the MAC Hue Glaze, and actually it's perfect for that, especially if your eyes are quite heavy in terms of the makeup. This is MAC Hue, and I'll just do a little swatch again for you, and that's what that looks like. It's that one there. So we're just going to pop that on. I'm not going to put a lip liner on with this because it is quite a good stay. It does have staying power, and again with any lipstick I would just bring it anyway. If I had a red lip, which I did do for Christmas a couple of days ago, if you wanted to do red lip, I'll put that in the drop down box as well, the link to it. Then I would, because it's such a strong colour, but this is quite close to skin colour and it's very natural, and I think just keep it in your so what I'm saying is it would be very hard to kind of find a lip liner like this with this very creamy texture, and it does stay on. So, and then it doesn't overtake all the colours that you've already put on. So that's what that looks like. I will put some finishing spray over that too, and that's what I'd look. That's the Christmas look I'm going to be going for this year. I hope you liked it. I know it was kind of a process, and I think the best the best kind of time on this video that I actually showed was just towards the end when the liner and the mascara was on, because you could kind of see the completed look there. So that's my makeup for Christmas Day. Christmas Eve plans, again, as I said, I'll be looking at a lot of movies. My family are coming down, first year in this house as well, so that's exciting. And it'll be kind of a quiet Christmas, but like really nice to be with family, because I don't really get to see them a lot, so that'll be really good too. I went to Boston to see my dad in October and my brother, so I've kind of seen them because they have Thanksgiving, and that's really they have Christmas, but Thanksgiving is their big holiday. Like Christmas in the UK and Ireland would be our big holiday, so it was good to see them. So I'll be able to spend time with them, and I'll Skype them probably on Christmas Day as well. So yeah, that'll be good. Other things that I like to do is get Christmas PJs. I know lots of people have been saying that. I'm going to be getting them too. I'm going to be getting elf ones, and I will show you. I'll probably do a little blog on Christmas Eve, a vlog, quick one, not a huge one, but just to show you things that I would wear. And I'm going to get a Christmas mug. We always have hot chocolate on Christmas night, the Cadbury's hot chocolate with marshmallows. That's another thing we do. And yeah, just kind of wrapping the presents is a big Christmas Eve thing too. So we all go into our rooms and wrap them all and put them under the tree, so it's kind of special like that. But do let me know what you do on Christmas Day and Christmas Eve and your kind of traditions. It's really nice to kind of listen to everybody else's traditions, and sometimes you get ideas as well. So thank you for looking at the video. Again, I will link everything below, and I'll see you in the next one. Hi guys, so as an alternative, I've taken off the MAC Hue just before I go, and I'm going to start applying. I have applied the top lip. This is Too Faced Colour Bomb, and it's in a deep wine colour. It's kind of like a crayon, and that's how you apply it. Again, it stays on really well, dries quite quickly. And this is the Colour Bomb, Too Faced Colour Bomb Moisture Plumping Lip Tint. So I'm going to link below a video for that too. It does tingle when you put it on a little, because it obviously has that plumping effect. But you leave it for 2 minutes and come back to it, and apparently it just shows your lips that are a little bit plumper. But see this colour, I just thought before I'd go to show you, because if you didn't like that pale lip, it's a good alternative. See, it's not so intense. If I just step back there, it kind of does bring up a little bit of colour in your skin as well, because that one might have made you look a little bit pale. So I just thought I'd give you that quickly as an alternative. I do have a video on this below, just guidelines when I got it, things that I'd seen other girls say. This is only the lip moisture. There is a lipstick and it does tingle a lot apparently. You do get a slight tingle from this, but I think because the actual lipstick plumps up your lips so much, this is just the moisture lip gloss, kind of a balm sort of colour, is a crayon effect. So it does lightly tingle, nothing kind of major guys, but again I will link that below. So it's an alternative to the MAC. I just thought it would be really nice to see like a natural look and kind of maybe a deeper look to kind of bring the look together. Thank you again for watching the video, and I'll see you in another one. Also guys, just to let you know before I go this time, that I will have in the new year, very soon, probably the 3rd of January, a complete review and demo of how to use the, I'm sure you know how to use, but how I use the alkaline 3 LED light 2-way mirror. And I will take off the 3 times zoom sticker, but it really, I can't like recommend enough how much this has helped me in terms of not just my makeup application, but going out and doing other people's makeup as well, because you don't know the kind of lighting you might be facing. And again, if I just show you, it might not be showing in the daytime, and then if I just turn it like that, maybe you can see that too. But I will do a makeup application, show you. I'll wait for the lighting to be good so you can actually see the full effect, and that will be one of the videos that I do in the new year. There's another series of videos that I'll start to do, and it's all about women being strong and girls being strong, because I know I have a makeup channel, but there are other aspects to makeup for girls. It's inner beauty, it's confidence, and I've got a lot of books that I've actually been reading that I really want to kind of speak to you guys about and stuff as well. And it's great to do it in the new year, because like it's a new year, you're trying to kind of improve yourself. Everybody kind of goes through that as well, so that'll be another kind of video coming up soon. I hope you all have a great Christmas and really good new year, and I will see you in the next video.